Hi, everybody. This is Charlie chatting, and welcome to ALottaThoughts podcast, the podcast that will spark conversations with yourself and get you started on your own journey of self-discovery. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of ALottaThoughts podcast. How are you guys? I hope that you're all doing well and are staying safe. As for me, it's currently the Golden Week here in Japan, and I'm just enjoying my week-long holidays, but I am staying at home most of the time. I'm just been reading books, vlogging, and doing sort of things that I can't usually do whenever there's work. So yeah, I'm loving my slow mornings that I've been having for the past few days. And currently it's already 8:30 in the morning, and I just finished my breakfast and my journaling. And I thought I want to be productive today, so I thought, I'd record this episode. So let's dive into our journal entry for today. Okay, so today's journal entry is dated way back August 11, 2017. And if I'm not mistaken, and if I'm doing my math correctly, I'm 27 years old during this time. Alright, so to give you just an overview, I was talking about what being yourself means in this journal entry. Probably I was having an existential crisis of some sort during this time. So I'm going to read what I wrote in here. I've been thinking a lot lately about quote unquote being yourself. What do people really mean by that? To be honest, I find it a bit odd because who does know himself all the time? I am still figuring out myself, and I think we are all trying to figure out ourselves. I guess it's a never-ending quest. Alright, so let me just stop here for a while just to explain to you where I'm coming from. I guess what I'm trying to say here is people are constantly changing and we are never the same person every day. And so I thought, paano yun? It's like a never-ending chase. Like you're on a loop of, getting to know yourself, and then you're gonna change again, and then you have to get to know your new self, and then eventually you're just gonna change again. And so I thought, is there a time that you really know yourself, like the whole of you, at one point? So yeah. Alright, so back to the journal. On the other hand, how does one answer the question, who are you really? They say you are not what you do. You are not merely the position you fill or the roles you play. So, what is it really that makes a person? Up until now, I still don't know the answer to that question. So please do enlighten me. Alright, so another break from my journal reading. That's halfway through of what I've wrote here on this day. But yeah, up until now, I find it very hard to answer that question. Who are you really? Or I still struggle sometimes when people ask me to describe myself. Or, when people say that just be yourself. I find it a bit vague. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, how do you do that? So yeah, I'm not sure whether I'm making any sense right now. Now that I'm, explaining this to you. But this is me thinking out loud. This is me questioning these things. All right, back to the journal. Even though I find it hard to answer all these questions, I guess it's okay to have not everything figured out yet. Because I guess one of the perks of growing up and growing old is having a more firm grip of who you are as the years go by. You'll be able to learn what you're capable of accepting, of doing, of tolerating, and of letting go. In addition to this, I guess a more pressing question is, who do I want to become? Or like, what kind of person do I want to become? And so I wrote here, I want to be a kind of person who is happy and who is calm, and a person who has grown in wisdom, in age, and in grace, a person who is not lacking in purpose. You know, those kind of people, when you're with them, you experience their peace. There's just, a serene way about them that they're really quietly confident and comfortable in their own skin. And because they're so at peace with themselves, you kind of experience that also when you're with them. So I want to be a kind of person like that. Yeah, and then the next thing that I wrote in here, I kind of like put all my answers in bulleted form. So the next thing that I wrote is I also want to be a kind of person who has a great sense of self acceptance. I'm a kind of person who can move on from their past mistakes and who can be at peace and accepting of who they are in the present. And then lastly, I wrote in here, I want to become a kind of person who is compassionate, who is decisive, and who has a great sense of discernment. So, yeah, that's the end of my journal entry. I ended it by reflecting about what kind of person I want to become, and this was 4 years ago. And I am happy to report to you that I think I am a little bit of that kind of person that I want to become. I am happier now. I am more calm and less reactive, I would say. Hopefully, I have also grown in wisdom and in grace. But in terms of having that sense of self acceptance, I think I'm still learning how to do that. Sometimes I'm still hard on myself, and sometimes I still beat up myself for mistakes. But yeah, I'm still learning, and I guess I am also more compassionate now than before and more decisive. So yeah, I'm very happy where I am right now. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this podcast episode here. I hope that you enjoyed my little introspective time where I shared with you my journal. And I hope that you're also gonna take some time to reflect about what kind of person you want to become also in the future. So yeah, thank you for being here, and I know that this is a little bit different, but I do hope that you enjoyed my company and that you learned a thing or two. So I'll see you in my next video or my next audio. Thank you. Bye.